African leaders began talks Thursday in Chad's capital, N'Djamena, to discuss the future of the Central African Republic. CAR's embattled President Michel Djotodir, who is under growing pressure to resign, is attending the summit with 10 regional leaders who want to end the bloodshed that has killed more than 1,000 people. The sectarian violence there has triggered a humanitarian crisis and has taken an alarming toll on children. VOA's Mike Richman reports.
Troubling scenes like these are becoming more frequent in the Central African Republic. Displaced children, wounded, sick, hungry, desperate for help. Ted Chabin is head of emergency programs for the UN Children's Fund, or UNICEF.
There's 1 million people displaced in Central African Republic, 500,000 of them children. We've seen torture, we've seen attacks against children. They're recruited. We estimate that there's between 3,500 and 6,000 children who are with different armed forces. But also they're exposed to disease, they're out of school. It's really a very difficult place to be a child right now.
Fighting in the country has left more than 1,000 people dead since it erupted early last month in the capital, Bangui. UNICEF and its partners have verified the killings of at least 16 children and injuries to another 60. The UN agency says at least 2 of the children were beheaded and 1 was mutilated. Chabin says something must be done to halt the violence.
It's extremely important to think of the children, to think of what's needed for the children of the different communities, and what they need is to be able to live with each other in peace and to have a future together. And that could only be done if people step away from this precipice, people step away from this fostering of violence and use political dialogue to try to resolve the issues that they have in front of them.
He also voiced opposition to young people being used as child soldiers.
We call on all parties to respect the child, to take all steps to make sure that anyone below the age of 18 is not engaged in any kind of armed conflict, and to release and help reintegrate any children that are with them by error, even if that child volunteers to be with a given armed force. A child has no place with any kind of armed force, should be at home with their family and in their community, should be back in school.
UNICEF says it needs about $64 million to provide humanitarian aid in the Central African Republic this year, but has received only 1/3 of the money so far. Mike Richman, VOA News, Washington.